So it got, teenage years started to roll around, and that's when Rori started to get a little bit more free time on her hands, and I went back to work around that time. I was working for a restoration company through her grandparents' family, and that's when I started losing a little bit of grip with, you know, my girl, because her dad and I had separated already, and I was working 12-hour days, 10-hour days, and Rori was left, unfortunately, to make a lot of decisions on her own at 14 years old, 13, 14, eh? And she was always a mature kid, so that was already a bonus, because she was already a very well-spoken young lady. She knew what she wanted, and she knew what she wanted, and nothing would stand in the way of her getting it. But that was our mother-daughter escape. We were getting the ugliest bus we could find, and we were going to make it home and spend 1 year together before she would go off to college and, you know, start her own life as a young woman, right? Rori was an intelligent young lady to the point where I fell out of conversation with her probably 2 years ago on a level, because she was so advanced with physics and just things that nobody thinks about. It was stuff like, you know, molecules and atoms and just stuff you don't talk about every day. I knew the time was coming where I was going to have to let her go, you know, and the things parents think of in desperation of spending one more minute with their kid, you know, that's where we were at. Dancing was a passion of Rori's. Rapping was a passion of Rori's, but she loved her animals and she loved her family, and she had big plans. She had big plans in life. You know, Rori left, oh, the first week of high school. I feel that was the beginning of the end for us. I fell into the wrong crowd and started coming home with a different attitude, a different self-pride about herself. Like everything was just different within the first month. It was very noticeable. I have no idea who would have wanted to hurt her, because she was so good to everybody, even after some of the closest people to her mutilated her soul at 14, she still pushed forward. And she was good, and she didn't hold anything over anyone's head. And if she had an apple, she would split it 5 ways if there was 4 people in the room, you know. Rori, through experimenting with some substances, definitely became an even more changed person, and that's when I really started to struggle with keeping my hands on her heart, who she is, because she was starting to be riddled with shame and guilt for things that other people had done to her, but she never brought any trouble back their way. So I don't know if this is somebody that she's wronged. I don't know if the person responsible is just a sick son of a bitch. Do this to my child. But this is an act of hate. Like, I've never even heard of child molesters go through such torturing. I'll never forget, out of 250 children in that auditorium, my girl was picked for the top award, and that just made me the most proudest mom in the world. She's amazing. Everything she touches, she turns to gold. Because that's just who she was. She was brilliant. Rori was brilliant. Rori was the best part of me. And God have mercy on your soul. If I could ask the person responsible for doing this to my daughter one question, it would be, where is the rest of my daughter? Where is the rest of my daughter? Why did you do this to her? And I want to know why. I want to know why. I want to know why. Oh my God. I'm not ready to say goodbye to my girl. I haven't had enough time with my daughter. I'm not ready for this.